Hi everyone, it is Spain Skeleton with another vlog chat for you. I wanted to talk about a popular YouTuber who I discovered a couple years ago, a little too popular if you ask me, by the name of Frank James. Frank James is a YouTuber that does Myers-Briggs personality stuff. His channel's not bad. I give him props for entertainment, and he's pretty good. But I have a problem with something. Okay, so it has to do with the personality typing. So Frank James claims to be an INFJ, and I don't believe it. I don't buy that he's an INFJ. And it's sort of I'm not really the best at typing people, but I can get a good vibe or a feel for personality, and I just don't see it in him. I think that what he really is an ENFJ or even an ENFP. I don't believe he's an introvert either. He's not an INFP or an ISFP certainly, but I don't think he's an INFJ. So let's take a look real quick at these are the cognitive functions of INFJ. So you got the NI, which is your introverted intuition, your FE, which is your extroverted feeling there, and your introverted thinking, your extroverted sensing. Now I do see a lot of, in his videos, I do see a lot of external feeling, FE. I can see that. But I don't see the NI. I don't see that. I don't pick that up. Because first of all, he says that when he gets ideas for videos, he scours the trending topics. Okay, I don't see an INFJ doing something like that. I mean, they could, but it's not really how they think. I wouldn't say that. Sounds more like an ENFJ or influencer kind of personality. Very outwardly focused. Because whenever he makes videos, he's thinking about what the audience wants to see rather than what he wants to see necessarily, or what he's motivated to do. It's always about the external. So an introvert is more likely to do what they want to talk about, what they want, what they feel, what they want to share, like what I do in my channel. And I just don't see that with his channel. And so the reason it bothers me a little bit is because Frank James has made money by promoting himself as an INFJ. It's a bit of a deception. Now, maybe he's not purposely being deceitful. Perhaps he really believes he's an INFJ. I know he says he was typed by Dave Superpowers, which is rather controversial anyway, because Dave Superpowers doesn't use traditional MBTI. Even Eric Strauss, who typed me as an ISFP, which I believe is correct, he even thinks that Frank James is an INFJ, and I just don't think he is. I don't believe he is, and it bothers me because Frank James is everywhere. I mean, I got a commercial for a dating website with Frank James getting paid advertisements. He won a YouTube award. I've been on YouTube for years. Where's my award? I'm not saying I'm jealous. Just because he has female hyperbole in the comments section does not make me jealous. But I had to unsubscribe from him because I felt that there's something that wasn't quite right. Now, I had a weird dream not long ago where Frank James was involved in a lot of bad things. And I don't want to go into it, but I saw that he was not what he appears to be, and I don't have any malice towards him. I think he's pretty talented. I have to admit that, very creative person. But as far as being an INFJ, I just do not believe he is. Now, C.S. Joseph believes he's an INFP. Possibly, more likely than an INFJ. See, here's the thing. He's got the marketing built in. If he says he's an INFJ, his name is Frank James, FJ. He's an actor. So he can use this as his platform. Now, I hate to sound cynical, but when I watched his very old videos where it's just him talking and not trying to catch the trends, Well, I noticed that he was more himself, and then all of a sudden, when he started getting more attention, all of a sudden he just said, "Oh, hey, I've got the production value went up, everything went up," and he started doing those skits, and it seems to me like he saw Myers-Briggs as an opportunity, as a platform for his acting, to have a built-in audience. And I hate to use I'm not saying he's the only. I'm sure there are other people doing it, but I feel that that's a little bit inauthentic to me, a little bit disingenuous, in the sense that he's using it as a platform for his acting and to get attention to Myers-Briggs. And of course, other people do it. I'm not in competition with Frank James. I'm a composer. I'm a musician. I'm not Myers-Briggs guru. One of the things that turns me off to Myers-Briggs, and I will tell you, is that people are treating it like a religion, and that just really bugs me. I'm a Christian, okay? So when I see people, these New Age types, that see everything as Myers-Briggs, they see their whole worldview as Myers-Briggs. That disturbs me. They are treating it like astrology or horoscopes. It never was meant to be like that. It was a tool to see how people would get along in a work environment. They gave people these tests in the 1940s to see who would match up when hiring people. It had nothing to do with a religion or a way of life. And as far as I'm concerned, I get very, disturbed by that. But anyway, a little off topic. Do you think Frank James is really an INFJ? Or do you think he's just using Myers-Briggs to get popular? I don't think he's an INFJ. And I used to, the way I found him, when I went back to school, I was taking a psychology course. And I thought, personality stuff. And I was looking up all this personality stuff. And I stumbled, this first video I saw was the 16 personalities go camping. So it's like he has a hook, like you just go and you want to watch all his videos. And I feel like he has a spirit, and I don't know what it is, but there's a spirit around it. I believe Frank James could have been a minister, but he's not a Christian. He's not a Christian. He's a man of the world. So he's not a Christian, and he could be using this as a ministry, but instead he's gone the very secular Myers-Briggs route. I just feel like it's sad that he could probably be a minister if he had wanted to be, because he has a charisma and a way of keeping people engaged in what he does, but he's not a minister, and he, as far as I know, is not a Christian. I hope one day he gets saved. Maybe he will. As far as I know, he has a very agnostic worldview. He thinks of it as religion. He doesn't see that Jesus is Lord. But a lot of people see Myers-Briggs as their Lord, and I don't. I'm almost, I'm kind of irritated with the whole Myers-Briggs things, and I'm irritated that Frank James is being promoted as an INFJ. I don't think it's right. It just feels wrong. And he's on all these interviews, gets all these interviews, and everybody wants to interview Frank James. The only people that want to interview me are people that want to make fun of me. Now, I have done an interview with one guy that was very nice, but most people don't want to interview me. I had this girl that was supposed to interview me, and she never did. And I just thought it was kind of rude. I thought it was no answer, no, hey, I can't do this, and I'm sorry. I would have accepted that. I wouldn't have been hurt by that. I know people get busy, but I waited for an invitation to do an interview, and it never happened. And I bet if I were Frank James, she'd be on it like that. But anyway, folks, I just wanted to call people out on YouTube's. Let's take down the Frank James and the PewDiePies of YouTube. Let's change the algorithm. Let's fight back. Let's get rid of the nepotism that's going on here. Frank James is not an INFJ. That's all I'm going to say. And if you don't agree with me, that's okay. But what do y'all think? Leave a comment in the comment section. And remember, folks, Say a prayer for someone special today. Bye.